What's up, y'all? Welcome back to today's video, and today we are going to be watching the top 10 most anticipated anime of summer 2022. Let's get to it. Let's see what they got going on now. I've been looking for shows to watch, I'm not gonna lie. I've been kind of in a stump, little anime stump.
Loaded with a lot of shows to get excited about. But hey, if you're feeling hungry or in the mood for some positivity, why don't you check out today's sponsor?
Oh, he threw that in. Okay. You want to sponsor us? Hit us up.
Getting the isekais out fast and quick. My Isekai Life is the latest addition to the ever-growing library of isekai titles. So, what's the gimmick this time? Monster taming.
Instantly reminds me of Shield Hero.
Summoned as a monster tamer, Yuji Sano finds himself saddled with the burden of a job that makes it hard to be an adventurer. However, being a monster tamer doesn't come with zero perks. Not when it lets him meet some awesome slimes, read some magical books, and sees himself becoming more than just a monster tamer. No, this guy is now a sage, and with this overwhelming power, he looks to become the strongest in the world.
So he tames monsters or just slime balls?
Seemingly useless job turns some slob useful and kicks off his road to become the strongest in the world. It's the surefire formula for a power fantasy, and if you're into the genre, you might like the show for this.
Little ass dagger.
Next on the list is Call of the Night.
It looks interesting. I think I'll mark that down. That was on the good one.
Now, here's some vampire action for you, but perhaps not the type you'd expect. I mean, our protagonist is a listless middle school student. Feeling bored in putting up his facade of being a model student, he quits school and starts his downward spiral in life, developing insomnia in the process. The weird girl Nazuna determines the source of his problems, an internal will that holds him back from experiencing true freedom. And so she invites him to her apartment and plants the vampire's kiss. I know I've seen the Call of the Night somewhere already, but the manga does bring something great to the table. It's one of those cozy, comedic reads that reels you in with easygoing atmosphere.
I like the
genres like
animation. I don't know what studio this is.
With an all-star cast manning the anime production team, I've got some high hopes for this one.
I like this. I think I'll check it out. It's interesting.
At number 8, we have the 4th season of Danmachi. It's been a long road for Danmachi fans here. When the thing first aired, I didn't expect to get this far.
I haven't heard of this.
3 seasons and a movie later, here we are. Danmachi returns with its 4th season this summer. It's, as a series, had its share of ups and downs. While I'd say that the franchise is in a decent spot right now, the past few seasons haven't actually gotten on the fans' goodwill with the cut content. However, with the source material that the anime team has for this 4th season, I can't get any more excited.
Nice. It looks real nice.
When the season will cover one of the best arcs in the entire series. We'll get densely packed arcs with amazing action, hyped encounters, and dungeon challenges like we've never seen before. As a parting note, Ryu and Freya fans will have something to look forward to, so make sure to stay tuned.
Did he say the fans were disappointed with the last season? Or how they cut it? I'm not sure what he said right there. Familiar myth.
Line is Bastard. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Bastard's never been the most popular anime out there in the 90s, so seeing this get a modernized version is nothing short of a surprise. The story is basically a dark fantasy set in post-apocalyptic Earth, with the kingdom of Metallicana being threatened by mages seeking to awaken the god of destruction. High Priest Geo decides to proverbially push the panic button in his desperation. In doing so, he unleashes the powerful wizard Dark Schneider. Unsealing the Dark Wizard can be the kingdom's only hope against the four lords of havoc, but could his presence turn the tide of battle from bad to worse? Combining the standard fare of fantasy magic as well as a cast of morally ambiguous characters, Bastard felt like it was ahead of the curve in its time. Throw in the wacky metal band references and you'll see why people often compare this to both JoJo and Berserk. Fans of both series will have something to watch, and it's coming this summer thanks to Netflix.
That looks rough too. Oh, it's on Netflix? Of course. Bastard.
Next up, we have the next season.
Check that out too. I'll check that out. It's a redone show.
Now this is a series I'm not surprised got a fourth season. Overlord was a pioneer in its time, back when the isekai boom was just starting to go full throttle. Who knew that watching an overpowered overlord, no pun intended there, making feeble denizens kneel can be so entertaining? The series quickly captured the hearts of many and easily became one of the community's favorite isekai. Ainz and the gang are back for the fourth installment of the series this summer. If the pattern holds true, Overlord's fourth season should cover volumes 10 to 12.
I haven't seen this one.
Source
Show it
material
all.
know what to expect. Kingdom building, adventures to the Dwarf Kingdom, and possibly one hell of a cliffhanger leading to the much anticipated Holy Kingdom arc.
Looks very adventurous. Is that a dwarf?
Raise hell and flex his
What the heck?
again. Glad to have you back, Overlord.
It's like World of Warcraft in there.
Up for some more harem rom-coms now? Rent-A-Girlfriend is making its return.
4人の彼女が再び
Rent-A-Girlfriend didn't take too long to make an impact. It's one of the most polarizing series now for many reasons, but as they say, polarized publicity is better than nothing, and it's propelled the series into getting a second season. You gotta thank the discussions and weekly social media buzz for that, I think. Well, what else can I say about Rent-A-Girlfriend? I always compare
Season
it to the
2's
likes
coming
of
out.
Isekai and
I'll have to check out season
Girlfriend
1.
in a sense that it's the show that bumbles around with the slice of life shenanigans, developing the girls and raising their stock for fans to get invested in before catching us with a major revelation or two. Look for more of the same in the second season of Rent-A-Girlfriend, which means more memes, more cute moments, more Kazuya establishing himself as the most controversial hero in the genre, and more community craziness
Controversial
that only
hero?
Rent-A-Girlfriend can cause. I'm definitely
Is it
looking forward to
controversial?
this one.
Can I even say?
フェアなお
controversial.
隣さんでいい
Room of the Elite makes its much anticipated return.
I think I've heard about this.
Nothing is impossible, goes an old adage. Nobody ever thought that Classroom of the Elite would get a second chance at the limelight, but here we are. Students enjoy unparalleled freedom in this prestigious academy, save for the lowest of the low. Class D is where the school dumps the worst students, and it's here that we find Kiyotaka. Brilliant, but lazy, he gets paired with the unsociable Suzune and the peppy class idol Kikyo. Will this odd trio overcome the odds and reach the top of the school rankings? Now that's the premise of the series in a nutshell. I'm honestly more curious as to how they'll fix
See
things
that?
for the second season, considering the changes they did with character writing in the first one. Yeah,
Yeah,
light
she
novel
tripping.
adaptation syndrome, but much more magnified than usual. Either way, I'm excited to see the gang back, so I'll be keeping this in my sights.
俺は一
I
体
might. I don't know if I watched that one.
ありがとう
Next up is
Let's
a
see.
surprise, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. Wow. How long has it been since I heard that name? The manga has
haven't heard
generated
of that
quite a buzz
at
in the
all.
2000s, but almost 2 decades later, it will be getting its anime adaptation. In this series, the world is threatened by a mage and his Biscuit Hammer, a gigantic mallet in space getting ready to deliver the final
Biscuit
smash
hammer.
to end the world. To prevent this, our hero Amamiya Yuhi must join the princess and a ragtag
What?
group of misfits, the Beast Knights. While Yuhi wants no part in saving the world, he's indeed interested in serving the princess, who wants to save the world just so she can destroy it herself. Thus, the
Oh,
classic
she
is
wants to
finally
destroy it
coming
in her
to anime
own
form.
way.
It's strange, wild, and entertaining, but all in a good way. It's an adventure series that combines magic, a very fun ragtag group of characters, and pinches of romance. It's quite convoluted at times, but it's an odd tale that's a
The
lot
Biscuit
more
Hammer.
enjoyable than it might seem at first. In second place, it's Devil is a
I might check it
Part-Timer.
out. It's an odd naming show.
Meme fodder no more. A decade later, Devil is a Part-Timer finally gets its second season. The world's changed and the light novel's ending has been controversial to say the least, but that doesn't mean that all the enthusiasm has been lost as the community reacted with joy when this announcement was made. Devil is a Part-Timer is a very popular isekai back in its day. It tells of the demon lord Sadao being driven to Earth thanks to the efforts of the hero Emi Yusa. Determined to finish the job, Emi follows him to Earth only to find out that both of them have lost their powers. Unfortunately, the two end up being fish out of water on Earth, forced into bottom-rung jobs and the hardships of human
Miss
life,
Ronald.
such as, bills and rent and stuff like
Yo.
that. Eventually, their past catches up to them, and one has to wonder how they have to deal with threats coming from their previous world. And thus, the adventure continues with the second season of Devil is a Part-Timer. The first season has quite the legacy to speak of, so you better get watching it before hopping into the second one.
I might have to
completely
start if
worth
it's
a shot,
that-
and it'll help
if
you
it's
get up to
that,
speed with what to
well
expect
talked
in
about.
season 2.
ありがとう
To top off our
Arigato.
list, our most anticipated anime this summer 2022 is Made in Abyss, the golden city of the scorching sun.
crazy. All of these shows he's talked about, I don't think I've really heard of at all. They all look good though.
After the third movie comes this next installment to Made in Abyss. Renowned as one of the best anime in the past decade, Made in Abyss as a franchise has continued taking us on this breathtaking descent down the abyss. In this installment, Riko and Nanachi delve further and reach the 6th layer, the capital of the Unreturned. As no one's ever returned to the surface after reaching this majestic city, this looks to be the toughest trial that the trio will take on so far. And given all the curses that the previous layers
This show looks like it'll make me cry.
It all off? How about actual
What?
death? How will our plucky adventurers survive the horrors of the 6th layer? There's only one way to find out, and it's to watch the continuation to one of the best anime in the previous decade coming to you.
It
this
looks
summer.
good. I gotta watch that. I'm gonna watch that one for sure. What is that? I've gotta watch that one. I think I'm gonna watch that next for sure. That one's, I'm looking forward to that one right now. I think that's the first show I'm gonna get to. Well, that is it for today, y'all. Thank you for watching. If you're looking forward to any of these shows that I've just watched, let me know below in the comments, like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video.